hot wings, hot topics, and real estate. Host Ryan Spellerberg keeps it real with agents, investors, and insiders every month. No fluff, just good convo exploring the trends, challenges, and questions shaping today's market. Now, here's your host with over 20 years of lending experience, Ryan Spellerberg.
They're on fire. Hey everybody, Ryan Spellerberg, the mortgage guy, with another episode of Hot Topics. This should be a fun one. We got Landon Weis in here. He's seen the show. He understands how it works. So why don't you get after your first one and I'll do your bio quick.
Okay.
So the first one, Atomic Wings is our sponsor. They do a great job. Just medium buffalo, super easy. So today's guest came to my attention in the best possible way. His mom sat down for a coffee with me and made it very clear that her son was somebody I needed to meet. She was right. Landon and I have become friends. He's a realtor here in town with Keller Williams in Sioux Falls, a junior at Augie, and somehow plays 75 to 125 live shows a year as a musician. I don't know how that works, but thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you for having me.
How's that first wing?
Hot.
Did you actually eat any of it?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm not sure. We're going to have to monitor your wing intake here. So
this is going to be a long one.
he said he struggles a little bit with heat, so it should be fun content for everybody to watch. So first question, your mom's clearly your biggest fan. She's the reason we're sitting here today. How did you go from being a college student to getting into real estate is the big question everybody wants to know.
So I really didn't have any intention of getting into real estate. Like, I didn't grow up, wanting to get into real estate, any of that stuff. And then last summer, right before summer vacation started, I had torn my ACL. And so I was kind of processing like, oh, I have to cancel this many gigs. I have to be inside. I have to go to PT. Like, my whole summer is kind of just done. And that's when I was like, well, how do I make this as productive as I can? And so real estate was one of those things I had a little interest in, but never really had the time, just with school and playing all my gigs. So it was like, this is my time to do it. So spent all that time in my knee brace after surgery, getting my pre-licensing stuff done. And then with the first of the year, I went active and been loving it since.
So your physical pain resulted in the real estate gain
Exactly.
for Sioux Falls and the surrounding community. So,
Yes. Yeah.
well, we're glad you got hurt. Us in the real estate community are happy that you had an accident.
Yeah.
We'll put it that way.
Yeah. It turned something that was kind of a tough time into something that was good. So
You got to have goals to get you through it, or else you're just going to get depressed.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, next one. This is the easiest wing of them all. It's just a Nashville dry rub, just like a little pepper heat, so it's pretty easy going. And you're going to have to actually eat part of the wing on this one. So 75 to 125 shows a year is not a hobby. I mean, that is a full-time job for most people. But how do you balance being a musician? And I've heard you're awesome, and taking the time to be a great realtor that you have already become.
It really is just learning time management. This past June, especially, over the summer, I was taking 6 credits of my master's degree. So I was doing that. I played about 20 gigs in June, and then just working real estate. So luckily, that was not as bad, but it's still hot.
It is. It's just a pepper flavor. It's just a base hit.
Luckily, most of the gigs I play are at night. So I can do real estate during the day and then still play my gigs at night. Or I'll play my gig, like a lunch gig or a dinner gig, something like that. So then I kind of just work real estate whenever I'm not doing that.
Yeah. You've even done lives from people's homes when it's slow, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really mix it up. I play at bars and restaurants. I played at weddings. I played at birthday parties and anniversary parties and just anything, really.
We just tried to book you for our open house that we're going to have here, and he's too good for us. He was already booked, so he couldn't come in. So
yeah, once school starts up, then I'm in the choir at Augie as well, so that takes up a lot of my time as well as just the classes itself. So it gets a little more chaotic during the school year, but I like being busy. I always feel like I have to keep something going. So,
and we've had this conversation, but how do you let people know when you're playing a gig? I'm actually a full-time realtor too. So
yeah. So I actually I'm rolling out new business cards, so that's part of it. Hoping to do new signs, stuff like that. So the goal is just to kind of push both businesses in a way that, I put my music first, but on that back burner, it's like, oh, there's also this aspect of me too.
Sure.
So,
Yeah. I think his voice has been called a cross between Fergie and Jesus. Is that what it was?
your words, not mine.
Something like that.
That's
I mean, that's the word in the real estate community. So,
what they'd be saying.
super easy so far, right? You feeling okay?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
The
Okay.
second one was better. First one was a little warm.
Got it. Well, next one gets a little bit warmer. It's hot buffalo. So why don't you get after that?
Put so much sauce on this one.
Yeah, it's good for you. Gotta eat the sauce too. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. We'll just wait. We're gonna give them some time to get through this because. Good. Okay.
Oh boy.
So you and I had a chance to teach a first-time homebuyer class together, which was a blast. We had a good time at Augustana. How do you get people your age to feel comfortable enough to actually pull the trigger on buying what might be the biggest asset that they're ever going to have?
I was kind of having this conversation with some of my roommates as well. Everyone my age is kind of like just more worried about getting through college, paying the tuition, that kind of a thing. So I think the home buying process is really just super intimidating, which it doesn't have to be. Like we had kind of broken that process down at Augie, and then it's more so just being prepared, I'd say. I mean, it's not as crazy of a task as people may think it is.
It's a lot easier than most people think.
Exactly. And I think that's what the homebuyer class is good for, is kind of just getting people knowledgeable on how it actually works. I think people are kind of misled on
the process and how much you need down.
exactly.
And I've had a lot of people that are younger where their parents will co-sign for them because they know they're going to be at school for 4 to 5 years. Why not buy a house, let people rent from you?
Exactly.
There's a great way to do it. You just don't need a ton of cash out of pocket as long as you have a credit score. I'd say the income is probably a bigger issue for students who aren't working full time.
Exactly.
That's why if the parents can come in and help, it's a great way to do it.
Exactly.
And why not buy a duplex or
I think-
fourplex?
I think that's especially what I've mentioned, like, you can live on one level of your house and somebody else lives on the other level. I just don't think, especially college age people, really think about that kind of stuff. So I think that's also eye-opening when they hear that as well.
I wish I would have done that when I was in college. Why not let other people pay me? But I'm also pretty particular.
Yeah.
People having parties in my house and stuff may or may not have went over straight.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I think it's just kind of getting past the wall of just being scared to buy a house and having the mortgage, and just that amount of money, I think, scares off young people.
it's a funny story. We had a buyer this week actually back out of a transaction this last week. And he, after he signed a contract on this house, didn't deliver the earnest money. He told the realtor that he got, he just got scared.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
told the agent, I'm not ready to be a man yet. He actually told the agent that on backing out of the transaction. I was shocked at that. So,
Yikes.
but it can be scary, but as long as you're ready and you've done your homework,
Mm-hmm.
you can make it a deal.
Exactly.
You can get into a house when you're young. And you don't have to
Exactly.
wait till you're 40 to buy your first place.
Yeah. Yeah. And especially with young people, it's just kind of getting past that, kind of having that realization that it's a lot easier than you may expect.
Mm-hmm. All right, next one. Mango habanero. Make sure you eat the actual sauce on there.
Okay.
We're watching. Everybody's watching. There you go. Okay, so on the flip side of the conversation we just had about young buyers, you look like you probably have a curfew yet for most people. So how do you get older buyers and sellers to take you seriously about being their agent? Because I know you've worked with a lot of older people as well already.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's that trust factor is hard for people unless they get to know you and how well you are and how versed you are already. So how do you get over that?
I think it's actually kind of helped me in some ways. I mean, I'm sure that there are some people that are like always kind of younger and doesn't know as much, that kind of a thing. But in the people that I've worked with so far, they kind of see me as, oh, like that's kind of like my kid. That's kind of like my grandkid. Like
Mm-hmm.
they kind of resonate with that. And I always just try to be as open, honest, upfront as I can be. And I think that also resonates kind of with the older crowd, just being upfront with them. But yeah, I think just the older crowd kind of seeing their kids or grandkids, kind of their family aspect of that in me, which I appreciate that they kind of see that in me. But
Yeah. Well, not only that, you have a great team around you. So you're
Mhm.
with Matt Fisher, very experienced agent,
Mhm.
knows what he's doing. So you have all the experience around you that you need if there's a scenario that's unique, because every day is unique in real estate. So to have
Mhm.
somebody like Matt and his team behind you just brings your level up another notch too.
Yeah, yeah, I learn something new every day from him, especially. It's just real estate's a whole different level. I mean, with my music, it's kind of like show up, you play the gig, occasionally you get an extra, drunk person that really wants to be your friend, or
Mm-hmm.
that's about as exciting as it gets. Real estate, it's like you really never know.
No, every deal is very different. Every person that you're dealing with is different, what their expectations are. So every day is unique in real estate.
It is, which I like. That's kind of what I've always said. Like, I don't want the typical 9 to 5 office job, that kind of a thing. And while I do spend decent amount of time in the office, it's also a lot of going out and spending time with people and connecting with the community, and it makes it a lot more fun.
Yep. So speaking of fun, how's it been so far? You're doing great. You're not even sweating.
Oh, I'm sweating.
Oh, you are? Okay.
I'm getting a little sweat under the eyes.
Got it.
Mouth's on fire. About halfway through the milk.
Think if you had shorter hair like I do, it would probably be cooler for you. Just a thought. Just a thought.
Used to be much longer. This is a much more.
I've seen pictures.
Really?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's on your website.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta get those updated. Jeez.
Okay. Second to last one is Atomic. Make sure you get after that one. Well, we'll give you a second here if you want.
My turn of red?
No,
Gee.
not at all. Yeah, you're looking great. You
Sure.
just got to get after your next swing.
I feel like I'm gonna
Deep
be.
breaths, deep breaths. Also, you'll have to tell us how, after you're done with your wing, how you ended up hooking up with Matt Fisher and his team. And again, Matt, aggressive agent, great story. He's been on the show as well. But he seems to have a lot of younger agents that start with him. How'd you get involved with Matt?
That was warmer.
This one's a good one. Yep.
I. Oh, okay.
I'm with you. I'm doing the same thing.
Dave Ratchford actually had kind of suggested him to me. Thought that would be a good fit, so I kind of just sat him down, interviewed Matt.
Yeah.
And just kind of clicked right away. Oh boy. And what I liked about Matt is he's he's really good at what he does. Like, I kind of knew from the start, like, I'm just going to learn a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of just what I was going for, is I wanted to learn. I wanted to get better at what I was doing. Oh, but he also knows how to have fun with it, which I really like.
Yeah,
So,
Matt is a fun guy. Probably inappropriate sometimes, but really fun guy and great with his clients. Like he runs an open house like I've never seen. He's fun to be around.
mhm.
He knows his clients up and down. So great person to learn from.
That's hot.
It's yeah. Second to last. The next one, the rule is you have to eat the entire wing. The last one is full on wing. Just take your time. Deep breath.
Oh.
Deep breath. Yeah. Now you're getting a little rosé. Rosé all day.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the biggest mistake you've seen one of your first-time buyers make so far?
Mm-hmm. First time buyer.
Yeah.
I think kind of just having the expectation. I think it was more through the lending side,
'Kay.
where they're expecting a bit of a bigger house than they could bargain for, and they went looking for houses around that range.
before they got pre-approved
Yes.
and figured out what their payment is.
Mhm.
Huge mistake for buyers. It really is. Come in, sit down. Even if you're not ready, if you're a year out, have that conversation. We'll look at your budget, give you an idea. But don't go look at the house until you've been
Absolutely.
pre-approved, because once you've looked at a $400,000 house, it's hard to go to a $200,000 house.
And they did end up in a really nice place, and they're very happy with it. But it was just tough. Like, they went out and, they didn't go to any houses, but they were looking on Zillow. They're like, this is kind of what we're hoping for. And then kind of having to shoot that down.
Yeah, and the Zillow payments factor in 20% down, no taxes, no insurance. So they might think they can afford that until they come in and look at the actual numbers.
Exactly.
So it makes it a lot tougher for people.
Yeah, they were bummed out, and then we kinda had to have that conversation, like, well, it's just not realistic, so but all turned out well.
Yeah. And typically, first time buyers kind of want to live like their parents live today after they've been through multiple stages of different homes. So just setting a realistic expectation that it took your parents a long time to get to this point.
I think that's a lot of it as well, kinda going back to the people my age, they get used to living with their parents, and then, like, "Oh, I don't wanna live in a house that's not, 5
Yeah.
bedrooms, heated garage," that kind of a thing.
You doing all right?
That's hot.
It's aggressive. Yep. The next one is nuclear. We just did a 10 wing challenge, a 10 of these. So I think you'll be okay.
And you have no milk.
No milk. Nope. I did on the 10 wing challenge. It got pretty aggressive after 10 of them. So you're doing great, though.
Shoulda loaded up with another milk. Matt told me I needed 2.
Well, don't trust everything Matt says. He's a little
Sure.
shitty sometimes. But get after the next one, and we'll hit your second to last question, I think.
Oh, boy. Nose is running.
What's tougher, this or singing your first gig?
Well, I've been taking lessons since I was 4 for guitar, and we'd always have, like, recitals, and so I'd have to sing for those, obviously. I used to be, like, deathly afraid to sing. So those were pretty bad. I get pretty nervous for those. I'm pretty nervous for this, though.
I think it'd be okay. No? Compared to your first gig, this is super easy.
You could put me in front of a crowd of, like, 500, 1,000 people. I'd rather do that than this. Like,
I think
genuinely.
that's a little aggressive to say that this is going to be tougher than singing in front of 1,000 people.
I don't know. I don't know.
You are a little sweaty, though.
Oh,
so
yeah. Yeah, it's getting
kind of, we'll see how you do. Again, if you got through the last one, you'll get through this one just fine.
That's not what I've heard, but I feel like you're just hyping it up.
Nope, not at all. Nope, I'm just trying to get through the video at this point. I think really last wing, full thing. Got to do the whole thing. Yeah, you got to do the whole thing.
Oh, we'll see.
Yeah. It's better to just get it done.
Oh, boy.
I will tell you. It's better to just get the whole thing done.
That's no joke.
It's there. You know it's there. So, okay. So if I'm looking for an agent, why do I work with you besides you're going to sing at my open house afterwards? Do I get a free jam session, or what sets you apart from other agents?
I'm kind of going back to what I had said earlier. Lips are numb. I'm still learning, obviously. I am just going to keep picking stuff up as I go, but kind of my pact with myself was I'll always be the best communicator I can be. I'll always be as upfront as I can be. Just kind of straight up, put it how it is. Don't sugarcoat. And I just try to be as genuine as I can with everybody I meet. Oh boy.
Would you say you handle real estate pressure better than heat from just slightly
Absolutely.
warm wings?
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't handle heat well at all.
But pressure, helping somebody find that perfect home,
Yeah.
not a problem.
Yeah. I love that stuff. Yeah. Working with people, and that's kind of what got me into real estate is like,
I thought you were going to throw up there for a second.
My tongue is just going numb. Okay. At its core, real estate is just talking to people, being able to connect with people, being genuine. And that's kind of what I love about it. Is just you just get to meet a bunch of really cool people, and you get to be social, and you can kind of get out and
Really, it's just solving problems,
It is.
and having that heart to serve and find a good way to solve that problem without looking at it as a paycheck. You're looking at a problem where somebody needs a home at a reasonable price and certain things they need. That's all you're doing, really.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
I was actually just at a real estate meeting where they were talking about somebody that accused an agent of just trying to push their price point up to make more money.
Mhm.
And maybe some agents do that, but the good agents figure out what the clients need, figure out on the lending side what they can actually afford, regardless of what I can get them approved for, but what they can afford. and then they help them find that right house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's another part of it is just kind of knowing what your client needs and then tailoring, kind of your strategy and everything like that, kind of exactly to what they need.
Yeah.
And again, it's like every day is different in real estate, which I absolutely love. So,
There are no 2 days alike in what we do because everybody's so different.
mm-hmm.
So was that last swing that bad?
It's pretty bad. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the first one had me nervous, and then it kind of leveled out, and then yeah, it got there. Yeah.
Well, you did a great job. You did way better than you thought you were going to do. And again, to do this versus sing in front of 500 to 1,000 people, I'd rather do this all day long.
I'd take singing all day long.
Got
Easy.
it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, he's not going to eat your wings, but he'll help you buy a house. He'll sing in front of 1,000 people. How do people get a hold of you?
You can go to my music website. You can go to my real estate website. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, pretty much anything. I'm on all platforms. Come to a gig. Love to talk to you there about music or real estate. And otherwise, yeah, I'm kind of all over the community. So
Love it, man.
hard to miss.
Appreciate getting to know you. Thanks for coming on. You did a great job. I know you were worried about it, but you did a great job. But give him a call if you need somebody that either sings the crap out of a song or wants to buy or sell a house. So thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Good job, man.